The other world exists now and always, everywhere and nowhere. Many men have attempted to bury my truth underneath myth and legend, but let me tell you that the patriarchy has cloaked the sacred in sin. They've taken everything that is naturally holy to us, pleasure, passion, desire, our monthly cycles, and turned it into guilt and shame. King Arthur and Lancelot were from the same divine source. However, Arthur was marrying the land and not me. Together we tended to the inner truths of Merlin and guarded the wisdom of the Druids, yet I longed for a connection beyond the boundaries of royal expectation. Lancelot always thinks that I didn't see him, but of course I did. I would spend many afternoons sitting under a great apple tree, secretly admiring our most valiant knight, and ever so slowly, we began to engage in a courtly romance that would last for years. Our relationship blossomed in secrecy through stolen glances and evocative stares. Our union was completely forbidden, but it was undeniable, all-consuming and unstoppable. My heart became a battlefield for Arthur and Lancelot. I was torn between a love that defied duty and a crown that demanded my soul. And so I prayed. I prayed to the Lady of the Lake, asking for her sacred waters to clear, cleanse, and purify these thoughts of desire. When was duty placed higher than true love, she asked, on the night that Lancelot finally entered my inner temple. He got down on one knee, took my hand and said, "You'll have to forgive me. I've never met a real goddess before." Both of our mouths wandered each other's bodies, and in that moment of sheer ecstasy, I transformed into a silver chalice overflowing with pure white light. For months we shared the torment of desire and mutual devotion, until one early morning, as the mist lay thick over the top of Avalon, I was summoned into the royal chambers. Arthur's mood was tempestuous. He was shifting rapidly between fiery anger and solemn despair. I was banished to await my public execution and pay for the destructive consequences of our union. As my fate loomed, it was a real test of my faith in God. I awoke each night envisioning the flames scorching through the layers of my skin. I clutched onto Lancelot's love like an amulet in my heart. Love slices through fear, and it will make you invincible. So I was prepared to die for our predestined love. It was the night before my burning. The land stilled. Everything grew deathly quiet. When suddenly, Lancelot appeared at my bedroom window. He was glowing with an eternal light. He pressed his soft lips up against mine, and the rose petals of my heart began to delicately unfold. Together, we escaped Camelot on horseback, and once we'd gotten far enough away, I tucked a sprig of yarrow in his left gauntlet for protection and told him these words before we were forced to part ways. The Holy Grail is the particle of God. It's the light of God, and it lives inside the heart. I spent the next 13 years in total seclusion, yet even in our separation, we were always together. Bound by an invisible thread, our love transcended the mortal realms, until one late afternoon in July, as the sunlight painted the forest floor in gold, I heard the hooves of a horse come to stillness, and his deep voice broke the quiet. I just knew that I would find you. The true knights are returning now. Mark my words. The real masculine men are reclaiming their kingship. The stories of the goddess are timeless, and they awaken something within us all. I invite you to be part of the expansion of this channel by subscribing or sharing this with someone that you love. Thank you for being part of this journey.